and do that. Perfect. All righty. So I'm very excited to meet you guys. And the purpose of our meeting today is for me to get a really good understanding of what your buying criteria is, what you guys are looking for in your new home, and also for you guys to get a really good understanding of what it's going to look like to do that process with our team.
Okay, that sounds great. Thanks.
Amazing. And you might notice me looking down. That's just because I'm taking some notes. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I have some.
Okay, amazing. So we're both taking notes. Great. So Eva did tell me that you guys are currently pre-approved for 1.3 million. Is that correct?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And what are your plans for your down payment?
So we're pre-approved for the 1.3. Our comfort level is 1 million.
1 million. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So down payment would be 200.
200. Okay. So you really want to keep it within that $1 million range.
Yeah. I'd say like like a little excursion above it for something special. Like there's some flexibility there, but I think you really can't go over 1.1.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So we're going to try to cap it at 1.1. That's where you're comfortable at. Hopefully around 1 million or lower.
I would really like to target 1 million. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Good to know. So yeah, 1.1 is for those really special homes.
Yeah.
Gotcha. We're on the same page. Alrighty. So can you share with me a little bit about your current living situation?
Sure. Where do you?
Oh yeah, no. Townhouse in Pasadena. We're one of 5 units here, right off of Colorado. Not the greatest neighborhood, so we would, neighborhood is something that we would, because we're looking to start a family, and so safety is something that we're concerned with.
Sorry, did you say schools are something that you're concerned with?
We don't have to worry about schools.
Yeah, safety.
Oh, safety. Okay.
Yeah, I think we're targeting private school, and so location will be important because we'd like to stay driving distance from both of our works and one of the private schools in Pasadena.
Okay, great. So where do you guys work right now?
I work at Huntington Memorial Hospital in Pasadena.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then she works at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Glendale.
Wow. Oh my God, you guys are like so smart. That's incredible.
Oh, okay. That's very sweet.
Okay, very, very cool. So your townhome in Pasadena currently, do you have to sell that to buy?
We're renting.
You're gonna keep
this
that
will be our first home. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, perfect. So you guys are currently renting. And do you have a timeline of when you'd like to get into your new home?
What's our lease like? I forgot.
Oh, we're month to month now.
Okay.
So I'd say we're a little bit, I think we're pretty flexible on timeline. General desirement to be in a new home by the summertime, because the AC here is kind of miserable.
Very cool.
So general desire, we're probably looking at having a kid like in the winter or start of next year. So preferably before that.
Are you currently pregnant, or you're trying to get pregnant by then?
Not currently pregnant, right?
Okay.
But yes, active attempts, yes.
Amazing.
So that's the sort of timeline for.
That's your timeline. So hopefully get settled prior to you guys, trying to start a family and expand a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds great. So what are your goals for your purchase?
All right. So I think, or do you have any specific order or?
No, I mean, I really wanted to get an understanding, like, is this going to be a starter home for, Eva's here. Let me let her in.
Okay, sure.
Okay. My question was more like, is this going to be a starter home for you guys, or, is this going to be your forever home? What's kind of your goals with this first home purchase?
I think we're both old enough that I think we both prefer to have it not be like true starter home. But
we're going to keep it open.
But knowing that we can't afford, the forever home right now.
Okay.
So, but I think definitely standalone home, not a townhouse.
Single family.
Single family. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's one element I think of. If we were truly going starter, then maybe we'd go for a condo or something. So I think, the single family home is definitely,
okay.
And then, sorry, what else? I have a list of things, so I don't know
Yeah,
what.
I'm happy to also guide you with the questions.
Okay.
But yeah, if you want to interject at any
Sure.
point, that's fine as well. So my one question would be neighborhoods.
So definitely we want to remain in driving distance from both the Huntington Hospital and JPL. So in general on Zillow, I have searches for Pasadena, Altadena, and Sierra Madre, and San Gabriel. I think we're both open to stretching, west instead of east, though our church and the private school where we want to be sending our kids is in. So,
okay. So by west, do you mean like you'd be open to possibly like La Crescenta?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we'd definitely be open to La Crescenta.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. That's where I live.
Oh, very nice. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and I have 2 little daughters myself, so.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah, La Crescenta is very nice. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So is there any other neighborhoods that you want to stay away from? You're not a big fan of?
I really don't like Eagle Rock and how
Okay, good to know.
how hilly it is. Like
Yeah.
I really don't like the steep hills and having to
Okay.
drive up.
So like San Rafael, that would not be a good area for you guys. You want to stay away from the hills, more the flat part of Pasadena.
I prefer, yes.
Okay, good to know. That's very helpful.
So I am not going to, like, I would say that's not a deal breaker. So I'd be willing to like look at things, but it's definitely he doesn't care,
Yeah.
but it's a strong
Okay.
desire for me because the hills stress me out.
Okay, perfect. So that we'll put that at the bottom of your list then.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, amazing. And I know that you guys mentioned commute. Like, what is an ideal commute time for you guys?
So I'm really spoiled right now with a 10-minute commute. But I'd be okay with 30 or less.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably fair.
Okay.
But having to take into account traffic is
Right. Of
right,
course. Yeah, I think if we're sticking to like the Pasadena, Altadena, Sierra Madre, La Crescenta, San Gabriel neighborhood, you shouldn't look at a commute of over 30 minutes. So
yeah,
that seems pretty reasonable. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about the house itself. What is your minimum bedroom, bathroom, and square footage?
Okay, so I think 3-2.
Okay.
I think we both agree that we're willing to go one less on either, but not both. If it's like the perfect house.
Yeah.
So yeah.
2-1 or 2-2. If
Okay, perfect.
Or 3-1 or 2-2. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, but
And,
3 is definitely the strong desirement.
Yeah.
The 3-2, yeah, absolutely. Especially if you're growing a family, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and what about the square footage?
We do not want to go below 1,000.
Nothing less than 1,000. Okay.
Yeah. Strong desired target 1,300. But
yeah.
How big is your current townhome?
I actually don't know the square footage, but it's actually 3 stories and very narrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Tall
do you
and
like
skinny.
that, or is that an
No.
issue for you guys?
yeah,
I prefer something more flat.
yeah. I think I'd be okay with 1 story. But like we definitely lose a ton of square footage to the stairs and stuff like that. Our living room is quite small, so we can't really enter. So I very much like to have at least enough open space to be able to like have holiday dinners and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So you guys are okay with 2 levels, but prefer 1.
I'd say that's true.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm okay with it.
Okay. Perfect. And what about the lot of the home?
Where we are or what we want?
No, what you guys are hoping to get. Like, do you care much about a yard, the lot size of the home?
We do. I don't actually don't have a good feel for lot size, so that's probably not super helpful from my perspective. That's unfortunate. I should have tried to ask like Mike and Mary what their lot size is. We definitely, I think we would like a yard, either the front or the back, to be sizable enough for kids to be able to like run around and have space. So I think slightly stronger desire for a bigger backyard, but definitely not like prefer to not have super small front and super small back.
Right. Okay. So as long as one of them gives you enough space for the kids to play, do you care if it's flat, or is it okay if like there's some levels to the yard?
I guess I don't really care.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
So we'll
I-
keep that open for now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, amazing. And for the home condition itself, are you looking for something move-in ready, or are you willing to do a little bit of work on the home?
For the price range that we're talking
Mhm.
about, I think we need some, we're both okay with some projects,
Okay.
but there's a difference between what I consider like projects and actually move-in ready, right? Like the
Mhm.
like workable bathrooms and workable kitchen, even if they're,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay, so let's say you find a home and it's like carpeted, but you prefer hardwood floors. Like, is that a project that you would be willing to take on?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
like paint, like floors, things like
Oh,
that,
yeah.
you're okay with?
Yeah,
Okay. And what about in terms of the style of the home? Do you like something that's a little bit more contemporary, more traditional?
I think we both lean traditional.
Traditional.
Yeah, we both lean
Okay.
traditional, but I don't think I would refuse to buy a nice house that was in a modern style.
Right.
Okay.
We both tend to really enjoy the old
The more character homes.
and like the bungalow heaven, like those, like we both really like those types of
We like
homes.
bungalow heaven. Okay,
Yeah.
good to know. Great. Well, Pasadena is full of character homes, so you're definitely looking in the right place. Okay, let's see. Is there a preference between having a pool, no pool?
I prefer no pool.
Yeah,
No
Yeah.
pool.
that's just work.
If there
Yeah.
is a pool, is that a deal breaker?
I would say no. I would still look.
Okay,
Yeah, I'd look at it. Yeah.
okay, that's good to know. And a garage?
Strong desire. Yeah.
You guys are so
Sorry.
unison on that. I love it. So garage, absolutely. And do you mind if it's attached, detached?
I don't care.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, either one is fine. As long as there's a garage. Okay, perfect. And are you guys sensitive to noise? Should we be cognizant of that? Like, what if it was the perfect home right by the freeway, or there were some like retail shops nearby?
It doesn't bother me. So right now we're next to a whole bunch of auto body shops, and like it's not, and we have like a next door neighbor who's a very loud dog, and it's annoying, but for me, it's not a big a deal.
The
Like
freeway would worry me a little. I think at least initially, I think I don't know enough. I think I would want to be in the house.
Okay,
Right.
so yeah, you're open to see it though. It's not a complete deal breaker until you go there and you experience it for yourself.
Yeah.
but
Okay,
it's not
we'll just
something-
keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. And is there anything else that you guys, that's like a must-have for your home, or any type of deal breakers that I should know?
One of the bedrooms must be big enough for a king size bed.
Okay,
Which I know actually might restrict some things.
okay,
And then what else? Oh, like we both would very much prefer that there be central air,
Mhm.
but acknowledge but are willing to get something that just has like in-wall units or something, but as long as it has the capacity to add central air.
gotcha. Okay. Sounds good. Any other deal breakers?
Not deal breakers. We have a few like would be nice to have.
Yeah, let's hear those.
I would love a walk-in closet if that was possible.
Okay.
And then he would really like to have like an island in a kitchen or space somewhere in the living area where we could put like a little mini bar or something like
Okay. Great.
that. I don't think not any other deal breakers, right? Can you think of any other big deal breakers?
not really.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to use this opportunity now to kind of summarize what I've heard from you guys, so that you know that I've heard everything that you guys are looking for. And if I've missed anything, please feel free to stop me. And this is, a great opportunity for you to think of anything else that you might have missed. Okay. So let's see. What I heard today from you guys is you are looking for your first home in the Pasadena, Sierra Madre, Altadena, San Gabriel neighborhood, open to go potentially a little west, maybe to somewhere like La Crescenta, but you do not like Eagle Rock. So we're going to try and stay away from there. You are pre-approved for $1.3 million, but you really want to stay around the $1 million range. That's kind of the sweet spot for you guys, and that's what you feel comfortable with.
Did we lose connection?
I don't know.
Let me see. Do we have internet?
Yeah, we have internet. Oh no. I don't know what to do. Should I leave and come back?
Should kitchen island be the same height as counters? That's
What should I do?
uh
Exit and come back?
let's try it.
Are we back? Hey,
Hey,
sorry, we lost Michelle. She froze.
No.
So sorry, you did not mean to talk to us. You can.
Sorry about that. Let me see if I can get her back on
Sounds good.
for the delay.
No worries.
So where were you, where have you guys been?
Hi, Eva.
Hey, oh, I see that. I'm omitting you now. Okay, bye.
Okay, thank you.
I think that might have been me because,
Hello?
and I couldn't get on. Michelle, did I cut you off?
Sorry, what happened? Did the whole Zoom meeting shut off?
Oh yeah, that must have been me then. Sorry guys. That was,
Oh, no worries. Sorry, we're
way
trying
of
to get
forcing
in. I
you to
didn't
the
even
meeting.
see you.
all right, so yeah, I'll have you take over.
Okay, perfect. So I was just actually in the middle of summarizing, so that you joined in at a great spot, so you can hear kind of the summary of what we talked about.
Cool.
So I'll just start over from the beginning. So because I just cut off in the middle. So sorry about that, guys.
No
Okay.
worries.
So we are looking for Joni and Daniel's first home, and they're looking in the Pasadena, Sierra Madre, Altadena, San Gabriel neighborhood, open to potentially La Crescenta as well, and trying to stay away from Eagle Rock because they don't like the hills so much. That's not their ideal spot. And they are looking for a 3-bed, 2-bath home with the price point of about $1 million. That's their comfort level. And anything over 1,000 square feet is okay, but 1,300 is kind of their sweet spot. They really prefer a single family home, or sorry, a single level home, but you're okay with 2 levels as well if that's, you know, it's not a total deal breaker for you guys because you like to have a lot of space to entertain and host Christmas dinners and fun things like that. A yard is very important to you guys, as long as either the front yard or the backyard is big enough for your kids to play in, and you're okay with if it's going to have a little steps. It doesn't have to be completely flat. You're okay with doing a little bit of projects, as long as it's not like a total remodel. You're okay with changing out the floorings, doing a little paint, kind of like handyman work. You're okay with that. You prefer a more traditional style of home. You love character homes, such as the homes in Bungalow Heaven. That's kind of more your style. You would love a home that has a space to put a little bit of a little bar in the living room. A walk-in closet would be amazing, as well as an island in the kitchen. You're okay with a little bit of noise, as long as it's not too loud and too disruptive. You kind of want to go to the home first to see if that's going to be a deal breaker for you guys. And one bedroom must fit a king bed. Yep. And also central air is important to you guys, but it's okay if you have to put it in yourselves.
Yeah.
Okay. And does that kind of summarize what we talked about today? Is there anything that I might have missed?
No, I think that was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Did we talk about
Okay.
garage?
Yeah. Oh, and the garage we want.
Oh, yes. And a garage, as long as you have a 2-car garage. It doesn't have to be detached or attached.
That's right. Yeah.
But 2 cars important?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Have we talked about where we can find the place that fits your budget?
Location wise?
Yeah.
Yes. So we're looking at Pasadena, Sierra Madre, Altadena, San Gabriel, and potentially La Crescenta.
Would you consider Monrovia?
Yeah, I think Monrovia is sort of the furthest that we'd be willing to go out. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, what do you both do for a living?
So I'm a registered nurse at Huntington Memorial Hospital, and she is an aerospace engineer at the Jet Propulsion. Yeah. And so
Got
we'd
it.
like to stay relatively close to our places of employment.
Yeah.
Okay, I have clients working at JPL, and Monrovia was no longer their option because the commute from Monrovia to JPL is about 45 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, that's why we don't have it on our list of like the initial set, but I think we both, I don't know.
If it was a perfect home.
Yeah, if it's absolutely perfect and we can't find anything closer, then like I think Monrovia is the furthest that we'd be willing to compromise on.
Okay, so that's on the back burner, potentially an option, right? Okay, just because given your budget, I think we will be able to help you find something in Monrovia for a little over $1 million, or La Crescenta, that's another possibility, and San Gabriel. But San Gabriel is already getting really expensive, so it also depends on. You might be able to get something like closer to the south of San Gabriel, but then that would add up commute from the streets to the freeway. So that's really the only drawback. But from San Gabriel to JPL, it shouldn't be as bad. And then also it's still doable for Daniel to commute to Huntington Hospital.
Okay.
So those are the different neighborhoods that I think will work. If you want to stay in Pasadena, I think there's a possibility in Brickton Ranch or Victory Park. There are still houses in that neighborhood that will fit your criteria and also your budget. So those are the areas where I think we'll be able to find you something. So it is still possible, and I'm very glad that you're taking the initial step and wanting to start the home ownership, because home prices will only go up, especially with the way inflation is going. So this is a really good time for you to get your foot in the door while the housing market hasn't gone as crazy as it did in the last 2 years.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome. Okay, great. So we talked about the criteria, and now being that both of you are first-time home buyers, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about what it looks like to work with our team. I know Joni, you had talked to Kendra, and that's how you had first learned about our services. And of course, we want to just give you an idea of what it's like to work with our team and what is a process like buying a home. So those are the things that we would like to share with you, if that's okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, Michelle, you want to take over?
Yes, could you just give me a screenshot?
Sorry, yes, absolutely. I hijacked your spot.
No, you're totally fine. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So I'm gonna pull up this PowerPoint right here. And do you see where it says VIP home buying experience? Welcome, Joni and Daniel.
Yes.
Okay, amazing. So this is what we call our VIP home buying experience. And what that means is we want you to enjoy peace of mind with the top performing team in your corner. So this here is our track record. We do on average about $150 million in annual real estate sales, and that makes us the top 1% of Los Angeles agents by sales volume. And in years 2021 and 2022, Eva Lynn, she was the #1 agent for Pasadena Homes Sold. And you're always welcome to check out our reviews on Zillow and Yelp. There's over 100 reviews on both of those sites. And we really just share this with all of our potential clients, so you know that you have a really experienced and top performing team in your corner working for you guys. And we want to deliver a white glove experience that you didn't even know you were missing. So I'm one of the partner agents on Eva's team, and my superpowers are to understand, scour, strategize, negotiate, and inform you every step of the way. And my singular goal is to help you find and win a home that you love. And I'm going to maintain constant watch over the entire escrow process for a smooth and stress-free closing. So Carla is our director of VIP client care, and she's going to be able to represent you when you can't be present. So this might be in situations such as specialty inspections, like a foundation inspection. She's going to be able to go on your behalf because they can be extremely time consuming, and she'll go and take very detailed notes, and then she'll summarize them and send them to us so that we can review it and make sure that you still want to proceed with the purchase of that home. She can also help you with mail forwarding, opening utilities accounts, and pull permits from the city to aid you if you want to do any remodel projects on the home, and also help you to coordinate local moving support.
Oh, great. Okay.
And Grace, she's our client care specialist, and she's going to save you stress and hours of time by sourcing contractors, inspectors, cable internet providers so that you don't have to. And she can also gather quotes and coordinate services on your behalf and negotiate complimentary inspections and estimates for you. And we want to really give you far better results in far less time so you can gain a huge edge on that competition. So how we do this is because our team is very highly effective when it comes to negotiating. We use a very strategic approach, and of course, experience matters. Because we help on average over 50 families every year with their home buying process, we really feel that that translates into experience and expertise so that we're able to give you the optimal results on the front end and the back end. And of course, we have deep local knowledge because we are so hyper local in the Pasadena neighborhood. We can give you a lot of insights and guidance about these neighborhoods to find the ideal fit for your family. And a question that you might ask is, why you? Why do we choose you to represent us on our real estate transaction? And we really believe that just because you're a licensed agent doesn't mean you can always get the offer accepted. So you might find the most ideal dream home for your family, and it would be so disappointing if you got to that point and your offer didn't get accepted. So that's really what separates us from these other agents. We really feel that we're able to ask the right questions in the right way to be able to help you guys form an emotional connection with the sellers, and we'll also be tactfully aggressive on your behalf. And something else that we're able to bring of value to all of our clients are off-market properties. So we really have the inside knowledge of properties that might not even have hit the market yet. So we can give you early access to these homes and hopefully strike up a deal with the sellers directly. And of course, we have a vast agent network because we have such a strong reputation and an established presence in this market. Other sellers agents will know that when we're presenting buyers to them, we're really submitting the best qualified buyers. So they really want to work with our team. And we always want to create a lifetime relationship with all of our clients and be your support team for life. So just because we close escrow doesn't mean that we need to say goodbye. We want you to enjoy lifetime concierge services, which include mobile notary, house pet sitting, quarterly HVAC filter replacements, and also vendor referrals. And we also host annual charity events, such as the charity bike build and the family park day. So these are really great opportunities for us to get together with all of our past clients and really continue to build the relationships that we built while going through your home buying process. And here is what it looks like to put us to work. So here is what our minimum representation fees are. So you'll kind of fall probably between either the first or second category, depending on the purchase price of your home. So that's either 3.5% or 3%. So traditionally, the sellers are responsible for paying the agent's fees, but there are certain situations where the sellers don't want to pay the full fee, and that might create a delta in the commission. And we're asking that we can negotiate on your behalf with the sellers to try to get them to pay the full fee. But if the sellers say, you know what, like we're losing so much money on this sale, the most I can pay is 2.5%, then that might leave us with a 0.5% or a 1% delta. And then we'll come back to you and say, hey, Joni and Daniel, have we done enough to earn that extra 0.5% or 1% commission from you? Did our team bring you enough value and expertise throughout this entire process to earn that? And that's really an opportunity for you guys to really evaluate and think, you know, did we get enough value? And if you think that you had not, then you're always welcome to cancel the contract at any time and find new representation. And some agents will give you part of their commission, and they should. We feel like most agents that offer this is because they're trying to make up for a lack of experience and a lack of value. And we don't feel like we need to do that because our team brings so much value and so much experience to all of our transactions. There is also a $995 transaction processing fee, and this will only apply if we're able to successfully bring you to the close of escrow. And there is no lock-in period. You're welcome to cancel at any time if you feel that, you know, our team is not a good fit for you guys, or if we're not bringing you guys enough value. You're always welcome to cancel the contract with us. We put this in writing because we really believe that we're bringing so much value and so much experience to all of our clients. And lastly, of course, we believe that families deserve more. To be frank, a buyer's agent in real estate doesn't get paid until all the papers are signed at the closing table. And that might raise some eyebrows about the agent's interest versus the buyer's interest, and rightfully so. I make sure that you never have to wonder about that when you're working with us. We would never rush you to close just so that we could get paid faster. And sometimes we might even advise you not to bid so high. And that might take a little bit longer for us to get you the results that you want. but you loving your home and loving your decision with no doubt and regret. That's our team's mission every time. Thank you so much for letting me go through that whole presentation. And now we'll just open it up to any questions that you guys might have.
So I guess you were saying that usually the seller handles the fees, but in cases where they're just like, oh, we can't handle it, that it's usually between 0.5% and 1%.
Yeah, so it really depends. There are situations where the sellers will only pay 2.5%, 2%. It kind of depends on what they're offering. So that's where we'll figure out whether it's 0.5% or 1%. And for a transaction that's about like $1.3 million, I had done the calculations based on that. It's about like $6,500 is the 0.5%.
So it also depends. Sometimes, I mean, I think the lowest I've seen is like 1%. And usually when it's that kind of a commission payout, it's because it's a distress sale. What a distress sale means is that the seller is going through some kind of financial trouble, and that's why they're already upside down on the sale. And what that also translates into is that there's a potential that you may be getting a deal. So it's like a trade-off, right? You may be paying for the agent representation fee, but if you can get built-in equity from the fact that the seller isn't selling at a loss, then, you know, in the long run, it might be better off. And our commitment is to always find and get more value for you along the way and try to get the best deal possible for you. And that includes the initial negotiation of getting your offer accepted. And also during the escrow process of, you know, doing the different inspections, we know what to look for to find money and get concession from the sellers. And we've had situations where we with, you know, multiple offer situations, we get our client's offer accepted, and then we would still get them an additional $50,000, $75,000 back through the escrow process during the negotiation. And that's what we have become really excel at. And that's one of the reasons that our clients rely on our expertise to really negotiate the best deal possible that you otherwise would not be able to do if you had a different representation.
Yeah, I think that makes sense to me. And I think that's one of the reasons why the million is really our comfort, like the sweet spot, that leaving enough to cover extra closing fees or things like this that come out. So I think that's if we had to stretch beyond the 1 million, then I would be more worried about needing to cover like any extra fees. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And also there's also a possibility that, you know, you're looking at $1 million, which also oftentimes we find is that you're looking at the budget of $1 million, but even if it priced at 950 or 980, there's a good chance that it may go up to like 1.1, especially in this price range. So that would also give you the buffer to evaluate, okay, is this house worth for me to go to 1.1? And what would that look like to my monthly payment and mortgage and obligations? And even in addition to all the work that you may have to do to the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, if you guys are ready to move forward, what we're going to do next is we will send you that 1-page documentation, which basically says that we'll be representing you exclusively from the representation. And if you're ready to have us put us to work for you, we will do a preliminary search of all the properties that fit your criteria. And from there, you would give us feedback on what you like or what you don't like about what you're seeing. And then if there's any property that pique your interest, then we will schedule a tour for you to go out to see them. There's also a possibility that you're not ready to go out to see those properties, but you're curious why they have been sitting on the market for a long time. And that's an opportunity for us to give you insight on the pros and cons of each property, so then you can evaluate whether it's still worth your time to go out to see them.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
I guess one question about availability.
Yes.
As Daniel has the nursing schedule, right? So that means he works the 12-hour shifts and they're irregular. And they're every other weekend. So just sort of hoping like that we can work around that, right?
Of course, yeah.
I wasn't sure what you guys had in terms of open houses.
We'll always check your schedule before we schedule anything to make sure that, our schedules align. Mhm.
Okay, sounds great.
And we will always work with your schedule, and that's our priority. Now, there may be properties that are so hot and we were like, you got to see it today. If you don't see it, then there's a possibility that you may miss out on those opportunities. And, if that's a case and your work cannot accommodate, that's okay. It might not be the right fit for you anyway, because sometimes when you're being pressured into trying to make a decision so quickly, it actually will backfire. So, and those are the things that we'll talk to you in advance. And our commitment is to be as transparent with you as possible and try to provide as much information to you as possible, so then you can feel good about the information that you make.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, so are you guys ready to move forward, or do you want to take a moment to talk about it and let us know after?
I think I'm okay.
Yeah,
I think we're good.
Yeah, let's do it.
Excellent. So we'll send you the documents to sign, and who will be the main point of contact?
I think probably me.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah,
you're more-
and I have your phone number. So in the email communication, we would send the properties to both of you. So we would just need Daniel's email.
Yeah, it's my first and last name, Daniel, Daniel, Noonan, Noonan, 818@gmail.com.
So it's N as in Nancy, O Oscar, double O, N as in Nancy, A, N as in Nancy, right?
Yes.
Okay, at Gmail.
818.
818 @gmail. Mhm.
Oh, 818. Okay, I missed it, at Gmail. Okay, very good. And so Joni will be the main point of contact. What is your current mailing address?
28 South Parkwood Avenue, Unit 2, Pasadena, California, 91107.
Okay, 28 South Parkwood Avenue, Unit 2.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So we'll send the documents over, and I'll have Joni sign first, and then the document will go to Daniel. Once you guys sign, we will do a preliminary search, and then we'll send it over, and we'll wait for your feedback. And if there's any questions, we will reach out to Joni, and as you will be the primary point of contact. Would you prefer text or call?
I'm fine with texting. Yeah.
Perfect. So that's what we'll do. We'll create a group text, and then usually when we're discussing offers and whatnot, that's when we will always want to get on a call or do a Zoom call, just so that it's more interactive.
Yeah. Could we add Daniel to a group text?
Of course. Of course.
What's your number, Daniel?
213-220-8834.
Perfect.
Perfect. All right. We're so excited to get started with your journey, and Canberra says so much good things about you, Joni. So we're so excited, and we can't wait to do a wonderful job for you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Awesome.
we're excited too. Little nervous, but excited.
Yes, it'll be so much fun. So excited.
Yes. Awesome. Have a great rest of your day. I know you got to run, so we'll talk again soon.
Okay,
Thank
thank you.
you.
Nice to meet
Bye,
you.
guys. Talk soon.
Likewise. Bye-bye.